Today I was talking about neediness and how people find asking for their needs to be met as needy or too much emotion for people to handle, partners or friends. So especially when you're in anxiety or you are trying to come through something, depression, anxiety, health anxiety is a big one. And asking for your needs to be met. What are your needs? What could they be? Like, I need skin touch, or I need alone time, or I need help. And people feel so guilty about asking for these things. Like, I was brought up with lots of love, but also to stay quiet because my caregiver was struggling mentally, struggling with pressure, money, food, raising a child on her own. So I learned to keep my needs quiet because it was better that my caregiver had capacity to look after me. That was safer. But a lot of people grow up thinking that it's weak to ask for your needs to be met. To show emotion is weak. So again, they keep it all to themselves and they keep it trapped. And then when you grow up in later life, the consequences of that are loneliness and isolation, being surrounded by people but feeling alone, never getting the needs met. And somebody asked me, well, how do you know what the difference is with needs or wants? And I said that needs are things that keep coming back. They never go away. A need is something that needs fulfilling in your life. And it will keep showing up and keep showing up and keep tapping you on the shoulder and saying, this need, it needs met. It can feel very lonely when those needs aren't met. You can start thinking for other people that they don't love me, or I'm too much for them. They'd be better off without me because, again, I'm too needy. But that feeling of neediness, that comes from a place of needs never being met in the first place. So the need not being met is the trigger. The symptom is neediness or feeling like you're too much. And that is a place that so many people live in. And then they isolate and shut down and their world becomes smaller and smaller. But it doesn't have to be that way if you can reach out, if you can find community, if you can find some connection. Because I used to think that too. I was trapped in an addiction cycle, health anxiety. And when I finally started to reach out and ask for help, that's when things started to change for me. And I remember when I was pulling back one time from getting the help that I was actually getting in my addiction center, it was more like a beautiful group of people where we would just meet up and talk. But I could feel the anxiety creeping in and I was pulling back and back and back. And I got a phone call from Paul, the guy who ran it. And I remember what he said to me. He said, don't deny other people the chance to help themselves by helping you. And that's always stuck with me. And I don't know if you feel the same, but when I help people, it helps me. When I've got the weight of the world on my shoulders and lots of problems and I'm trying to work things out and I'm ruminating or I'm overthinking, when somebody comes to me with a problem, I change or transform or turn into somebody else, and I'm able to help them and help them see through their problems and how to cope with them and how to move forward. And that helps me. And I've never forgotten that lesson. So if you're watching this and you're thinking you're stuck, I want you to know that there is a way out, and it's through connection.